Yeah, that was me clearing my throat. Creative conversation and coffee coming in just a minute or so. So fill your cup and let's see what we can do to fill yours later as I get myself put together. I gotta be beautiful. You people deserve the best. See you soon.
10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Friday, March 4th. Oh, good heavens! We're entering the end of the first quarter of the year. We gotta get busy, people. We've got worlds to win. Anyway, I hope you all are having a great FriYAY today. We're gonna have some creative conversation. You type it, I read it. If you're here live, if not, leave me a comment, and maybe I can get to it and give you a reply that way. But please give us a like and. Please subscribe. You can also subscribe. You can get notices on Facebook, by the way. You just have to click the link somewhere. It's usually in the lower left corner of the video. But keep looking for it. It's a good scavenger hunt. But anyway, we're glad you're here. Hope you're looking forward to a good weekend. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to be at Kokomo Con tomorrow. All day long, starting at 10 o'clock. I'll be there with Molly Daniels. There's going to be a cosplay contest. I'm going to have a couple new works out. So come join me there. Admission is $5, and it's at 1709 East Lincoln Road in Kokomo, Indiana, at the Baymont by Wyndham, Kokomo, and it's going to be a good time. So please come out and see us. Cookie will be with me. So come see me. Come meet Cookie, the experience that is Cookie. But anyway, before we go more into that, if you have any questions about that, please leave me a comment and I'll try to answer it. But right now, we got to express our heartfelt gratitude to Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. And somebody's trying to call me from the next room. Okay, if you're trying to call me and you're watching, you can hang up now, okay? I can't get to your phone. The phone, it's in the next room. But anyway, Plasma Fire Graphics, about them, they are fantastic. They do incredible work. I've worked with them before. I will work with them again. In fact, they did my latest book, The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland, the Skyhook Remnant, available now from Stormgate Books. Please check that out. And also, speaking of things, although they didn't do it, we have a couple other books that we'll have at Kokomo Con tomorrow. But anyway, getting back to Jeffrey Hayes, he does incredible work. He really does. It's photorealistic, and if you need graphics to help sell your book, whether it's a short trailer or just some stuff to paste up on social media, Plasma Fire Graphics has got you covered. Go to their Facebook page, check out their samples, and then go to plasmafiregraphics.com and check out more samples and contact them and find out how indie creator friendly they truly are. You'll love working with them. They are great. They're affordable. So contact Plasma Fire Graphics today. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And we are a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Please check out all the other shows we've got on the network. Go to our Facebook page, give it a like, and you can download this very this very graphic you see before you. Also, check out our Patreon page. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with a modest financial stipend. And many of these people have their own active Patreon accounts. And so please check them out because they offer all kinds of cool things. And to see what I offer for your monthly support, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and find out. So anyway, that's what we've got there. Now let's get to your comments. Get to them as quickly as we can, trying to catch up as well. And the Historical Fencing Guild, who's on tonight at 8 p.m., is going to start the show with Good Morning Nevermorians. May spring wash the cold weather cobwebs from your mind. And that's a good thing. It's like, I know it's supposed to be fairly warm today, like in the low 50s, I think, here in central Indiana, here in Hoosiervania, and dry. I think it's supposed to be. I don't remember. Are we supposed to get rain tomorrow? Let me check the weather, the hourly graphical information here. Got to refresh that, and it looks like there might be a little bit of rain, but after the show tomorrow. So please come see us at Kokomo Con. It's going to be a good time. Anyway, Nick Talker, check out the show tonight at 8, preceded by Drinking with the Davies at 7 p.m. Eastern. And let us march forth toward the weekend with clear eyes and a song in our hearts. Very, very, very good. And also check out yesterday, Luke Stone on the Ragin' 2 Network and Nick Talker have a brand new show called Nerd Bacon, and it's a lot of fun. If you like this show, you'll like that one, all right? We're very similar. We're doing the same sort of thing, but it's cool. It's awesome. And Historical Fencing Guild continues. What cons are you going to this weekend? Any adventures in mind? Share. Inspire us to action the way Skyman does when he's punching Nazis. That's right, my Jingo. Yeah, like I said, we'll be at Kokomo Con. This is an annual event in Kokomo, and it's always a good time. Many kudos to Sean and Austin and everyone involved in that. It's well organized, well run, and you're going to have a good time if you're attending. You are going to have a blast, and we always have a good time, and we hope you come see us because, like I said, we've got some new product. We've got a lot more coming in, but we've got the first 2 volumes of the Batman trilogy here from Crazy 8 Press and Becky Books. And it's the first 2 years of the 1966 Batman series with Adam West and Burt Ward. And there's some critical essays, and I say critical in that we take a loving look at these stories, and it's got people like Dan Greenfield, Bob Greenberger, Rich Handley, Paul Kupperberg, Will Murray, Peter Sanderson, Stephen Thompson, Michael Jan Friedman, Greg Cox, Keith D. Candido, Peter David, and me. I'm in volumes 2 and 3, and we will have 2 in stock very, very soon. They're being ordered right now. But anyway, please join us tomorrow at Kokomo. And if you have an appearance this weekend, please let me know. We'll talk about it. And Carl Westman, good to see you, sir. Woke up too early today, so I might be too tired to boot a Nazi in the snoot. I hope that lazily punching a Russian porn bot into the sewer is enough today. I have so much faith in you, Carl, and good job last night on Comic Book Spectrum. Please check out last night's Comic Book Spectrum. We had a grand time talking about stuff about comics. And even if you don't like comics, you'll like the show anyway. We had a good time. Brian Rodman had another asthma attack, and here I am giggling about it. What kind of friend am I? But no, it's a good time, and no critics were harmed in the creation of the show. So please check it out from last night. It's always a good time. And speaking of a good time, there's Michaela J. Mwah, glad to see you. She's laughing at everyone and says hello to Nick. And we see Donna Carly. Mwah to you. Hey there, Michaela and Nick. Oh, and Carl. Anyway, Carl Witzman says, spent part of the morning reorganizing my office until the kitten demanded a bed on my lap. Well, you must serve your feline mistress there, so behave. But yeah, a cat has adopted Carl apparently. And Sarah, morning to you, darling. Mwah, glad to see you. And hey, everyone. And what on earth is B-Cam supposed to be in the picture for the show? That was Brainiac from the Superman comics. What used to happen was it was started by the previous official Superman of Metropolis, Scott Cranford. Well, actually, no, it actually has its origins to the very origins of the Superman celebration in Metropolis, Illinois, where they used to stage like a bank robbery back in the day, and then Superman would show up and foil it. Well, this evolved into various plays put on by numerous people, like David Olson. He did a great one year. Basically, it's like, hey, you doing anything? We take a script up on the stage and start reading from it. But we got involved right after Scott Cranford, the previous Superman of Metropolis, started a series of short plays to introduce the show, and I wound up being kind of the showrunner for it for a number of years and an actor in some of them. And it was a lot of fun. I wrote a couple of them, script edited a number of them, and it's kind of fallen by the wayside. But we had a spectacular time. But one year I was supposed to be Brainiac. And that was kind of fun, shaving my head and painting it green. So, yeah, Sarah, that's what that was for. I've also been Mr. Mixshetzpitalik, the imp from the fifth dimension. And I don't mean the singing group either. Had a couple other roles. One, I played a member of the Metropolis Chamber of Commerce. And it was funny because right afterwards, I had the official Metropolis shirt on that only the volunteers get. And I had people asking me where things were. And that was kind of funny because, you know, I used to do the same thing when I worked at Office Depot. We wore red crew shirts, and I had a red crew shirt of my own with no logo on it. But people would see me after I quit there, and they would like, could you tell me where something is? And I knew where it was. And the manager finally told me, Brian, would you stop helping people? You don't work here anymore. I said, I want to help people, all right? I'm helping you. You're not paying me for it. And he's like, no, the employees have got to do it. I said, well, what are you going to do? Fire me? Come on, you can't. Anyway, that is who on Earth I am. I'm actually not on Earth. I'm from the planet Colum, I believe. Not Colon, but Colum. That is ruled by a computer program. So anyway, Ted Davies Archer, good morning to you, sir. Notice we didn't take a swipe at Ted last night. I think we left that out. Next week we're going to script that in. And Ted and his darling wife Christine will see you tomorrow, or excuse me, tonight rather, at 7 p.m. Eastern. Chris and Ted are mixing up the Wicked Bloody Mary. That sounds exciting, and everyone's saying hello and hey there. And Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin. Oh, it's the Funny Fez man on a Friday. You can't escape me, buddy. And you were a lot of fun yesterday on Nerd Bacon. Love to watch you on there. And Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin goes, hey, lovely. Side Chop left me off early, so here we are. Well, glad to see you, man. As always, check out Life on Quora. Check it out on Indiegogo. You will be glad you did. And I'll try to make it more shows than this fam has. I hope you will. I hope you will. And actually, we're going to bring you to some shows too, some live ones. And Grant Lankard, good morning, never morning. It's good to see you. And I've seen your DM to me. I haven't had the chance to reply yet, but I will. Probably yes. And Michaela J says, "Oh, hello all." I pop out for a minute, and everyone else shows up. What can I say? They wanted to see you enter the room again, obviously. And Mike Jimmy Lorsha says, time for coffee indeed, Brian. Good call. Hey, I know what I'm doing, Mike. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Well, that's where I am anyway. I'm at a compound. Anyway, I feel the urge to go on. And Grant Laker says, Beowulf hit 3,000 on Kickstarter literally like 2 minutes ago. Excellent. Good work. Be sure to put your link in, Grant, and back this book because I want that to come out. That is wonderful. I agree with Sarah. And 4 days left on Beowulf. There we go. Carl Witzman's doing Grant's job for him. And check out that Kickstarter there. That is a fun book. And Grant does a super job on it. So please support it. And yay! And now that you're here, let's tickle the algorithm and leave a like. All you new lovelies out there, don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. And if you don't like what you see, be sure to subscribe twice and tickle that little bell because you got to keep your eye on me. You never know when I'm up to shenanigans. Just saying. And yes, thank you, Carl. And Life on Quora is still on 46 backers with 329% funding. 12 days left. Don't forget, we dedicate our Ragin' ABC variant to Meredith, the late Meredith Loughran, and we'll give all profits to her funeral's GoFundMe. That I heard that yesterday, Mike Jimmy. That is so good of you. You are an exceptional human being. Oh, and here's an update on Wednesday. If you watched, we had the heirs of now I know I always mispronounce this. I don't practice it enough. Isildur. But anyway, they were going for $3,700. They had like a little over 6,000, I believe it was, when they were on the show, when Matt Knowles was on the show on Wednesday. Well, they are at 7,200. They've gotten 14 more backers since then. They have 58 hours to go, so please check that out on Kickstarter. And let's see, and Jack Kirby, A Personal Journey, Words and Pictures by Glenn B. Fleming is on Indiegogo right now, and they are still at $682. Please check that out. That is a super book that I think all of you who are fans of the silver and golden age of comics will want to own. I edited that, and that's a really super book. You will enjoy it. And William A. Bove goes, hi Brian, how everyone? How are you? How's everyone? Mwah! William, how are you? Doing well, sir, I hope. Check us out. He's a great writer. And Michaela J says, I have 3 projects on my desk, but oddball things keep getting in the way of my productivity. I feel targeted when you say oddball things. You know what I'm saying, Michaela? I love you, though, desperately. I am 40 pages away from finishing my edit. I think I'm going to get it done today, which is, oddly enough, I had a couple of days of, like you, I had a couple of days where I couldn't get to it the way I wanted to. But this is the day I will have had it for about a week, and I think I think, if I remember correctly, this is the day I anticipated getting it done originally. But yesterday I had to double up on what I did, and I'm going to do that again today. So we'll get that done because I've got another project I am so wanting to get to real fast. Like I need another distraction in my writing. An opportunity has arisen. But anyway, Donna, Carly, and hey, Grant, good going. I agree. Yay, Grant. This crowd's making things happen. And William A. Both goes, be safe going to Kokomo Con, and back Brian and Cookie. Thank you so much, William. And I look forward to doing another show with you, my man. Hopefully soon. Now I can't remember. Are you going to Heroes for Kids? I gotta get my contract in for that. Dang it. And greetings from the prairie from Mark Learned Professor. It is so good to have you here. Hope you and the kids and the wife and everybody there out on the prairie capital there are doing well, and love you guys. And also tomorrow, says Mike Jimmy, I'll be in Zwolle. Yeah, you would look forward to hearing me say that. Zwolle for a tiny con. I got a last minute table at, so yay, that's gonna be good fun. That does sound like fun. Mike Jimmy, good luck to you, my man. Safe travels to you, and definitely bring us up to speed on Monday, would you? Let us know how you did. All right. And good morning to the one, the only, the Pro Slayer himself, Eric Hawkins. Eric, how are you this morning? Glad to see you. And yeah, everyone's saying hello and good way, and the hello, the Eric, and Grant Lankert is grateful. And Sarah, I'm trying to figure out a balance between everything. Well, many of us are pretty unbalanced here, Sarah, so you may have come to the wrong place. Not intentionally missing shows in the network, a little overwhelmed at the moment, not wanting pity or anything, giving an update only. Sweetheart, as long as you just go to mine, you'll be fine. That's all you need, okay? So anyway, we crave your company, Sarah, and we appreciate you. And Mike Jimmy, Nerd Bacon was wonderful yesterday. Hanging out with Luke and Nick was a blast. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they invited me. Not that I'm hinting. Seriously, I'm not hinting. I think I'm on that borderline of people getting tired of seeing me. So, and it's not imposter syndrome, Nick. Don't get on me about it. I just have this internal barometer that when it reaches a certain point, it's like, he's on the air too much. So anyway, Grant Lankert says, I think most people understand, Sarah. I don't think content creators expect you to watch every show. Here's the secret. I can't watch every show. I would love to. I can't do it either. But Rick Bradley can, I'm sure. Good morning, Never Mornings. Good morning to you, Rick Bradley. Hope you're having a good morning. And yes, Nerd Bacon. It tastes as good as it sounds. And Mike Jimmy says, Sarah, they started last week and it's really great. Laid back, a little promotion, and just a general good time with the chat and guests. There you go. And thank you, Mike Jimmy says, the Historical Fencing Guild. And yep, Nerd Bacon, Luke Stone, and everyone's favorite non-cryptid talking comics and independent creators. And Nick is awesome on that show. You really ought to check it out. Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern on Luke Stone Studios channel and other places, and Raging 2, I believe. Anyway, very nice. It is very nice. They are very nice. And Mike Jimmy truly makes it easy. Life on Korra looks amazing. It does. Well, I believe I've supported it for the ebooks. I'm looking forward to it because I've seen samples of it. It's gorgeous. Oh my god, it's so pretty, Nick. It really is. And Michaela, speaking of really pretty, there's Michaela Jade. Something that helps me balance when things go haywire is to write down the top 3 things I want/need to get done. Everything else is a bonus. I do something like that too. It's something I learned when I was in Amway. I list A and B. Okay. And then I have 1, 2, 3 under each. So it's actually 6 things for me. A are the top 3 things I must get done, or at least I feel the most urgency about. And then the next 3 are bonuses. And some days I can do all 6. When my day's not so structured, I generally don't need to make that list because I've got it, something in my head. I've got something in my head, all right. But then after that, when I do have days I know I'm going to be busy, I have to sit down and do that A, B, and C. And the thing is, if it's part of the A project, you might not get to it for reasons. So you just put it on the next day's list. It's a good thing to do, and you should actually do something like that on a weekly basis, like on Sunday night when you're kind of chill and getting ready for the work week. Put down the things you need to get done, a reasonable list. You don't want to put like 20 things that have to get done or micromanage it. But like I may say, I need to get X number of pages of an edit done, or I need to start writing a short story. I've got a 3,500 word story I've got to start, and hopefully can start it tomorrow. Yeah, looking forward to it. And it's a good opportunity too. So anyway, but yeah, you can find your own way to organize things. But she's on the beam there. She knows what she's talking about. And Sarah says, thank you for explaining the cover pick of the show. Did you even shave your eyebrows? No, but I put a lot of makeup over them. I shaved everything on the sides and even these. I started growing my mutton chops by then. That was one of the last times I shaved them. So I obviously didn't comb them very well today. You would think. Anyway, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I got to play Brainiac. We were throwing a birthday party for Superman. And it was just a lot of fun. And we had a whole bunch of great cosplayers up there in varying roles, and we had a script by John Gleckler. It was a lot of fun. Loved doing it. It was seriously a good time. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, "Oh, dude, stop making me blush," says Mike Jimmy. Keep going. Make him blush. And Historical Fencing Guild says, "And helping folks like Armin get his start is very cool." Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He was cool. He was a cool cat. He really was. And thank you, Michaela, says Sarah. And Mike Jimmy says, definitely. It's always awesome to see new folks joining the scene. See, that's the thing. Mike Jimmy, I think you inadvertently brought up a point, or at least I see a point to be made. That's the one nice thing I love about the independent crowd. There's always room for more. Like with the big companies in comics, for instance, or in publishing, there's only so many slots you can get into, right? They can only produce so many books a year or so many comics a year. And so, but the thing is, here in the independent crowd, we make our own rules as far as production. There's no gatekeepers. There's nobody saying, well, you're going to have to put yours off because somebody else has got to launch theirs. It's basically let the market decide, and I'm all about that. So I'm pretty John Smith around here. And you're welcome, Sarah, says Michaela. Rick Bradley says, did you know in addition to starting Atari for only $500, Noel Bushnell also started the pizza restaurant Chuck E. Cheese? Find out more. Bites of gaming knowledge and R&D gaming coming soon to the Rising Tide Network. Very cool. And Carly, excuse me, I see Callie and Carl. I mixed them. It's kind of like Benifer. Carl Winsman says, Callie finally got up, so now I can type with both hands. Well, once the left hand wakes up again, we're not going to make any comments about one-handed typing, Carl. Anyway, Historical Fencing Guild says, folks, I want to mention the awesome plushie Mike Jimmy has as a tier. It really is cool. I've been seeing pictures of that. That is such an imaginative thank you gift. Check out Life on Quora on Indiegogo. You will be amazed. And morning all. Hello from the desk of the small press publisher, Joe D. McPhee, who was so awesome last night on Comic Book Spectrum. Please come check it out. Hell yeah, Grant. Let's go for 5K. Oh, yeah. And morning, Brian. Hope all is well. All is well. We didn't kill Brian Rodman last night, despite all outward appearances. So I guess I don't need that alibi till next time. But yeah, poor Brian had I chuckle. I'm sorry, sort of. Anyway, but no, Brian Rodman had a really severe asthma attack last night and had to leave. Poor boy. But he is feeling much better this morning. He's taking some rest, and he is remembering how it is to breathe again. So he's better now. And Michaela J says Warrior Trust ebook is only 99 cents. But for how long? Get your copy now before Michaela comes to her senses and raises that price again. Get it. And that seems like a long shot, but sure, we'll try that. Grant, you reach for the stars, my man. Reach for the stars. And check out Rick Bradley's author page at that address there, and you can be blessed. Not just happy, but blessed. With four awesome books: The Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, and the award-winning Pulp Reality #1, and Tales of the Weird and Strange. And by the way, if you get Nightmare Collective and Pulp Reality #1, I have stories in them, and you'll like them. You'll enjoy them. And Grant Lanker, The Last Days Count the Hardest. You got this. Oh, yeah. And sometimes I forget. Sarah says, sometimes I forget that Meredith isn't here. I get that. I remember when my mother passed away in like about 45 minutes before 1990 was over. I had weeks where I forget she wasn't around, and I remember one day driving home and just thinking about how life was. I just gotten married, had a nice new apartment. We were, in the middle of our honeymoon phase, which by the way hasn't ended. And then I was driving home and just from work and thinking I have a good job and things are going well and starting to sell some independent comics and stuff. And I'm thinking, can't wait to tell Mom about it. Bam. Had to pull over. It was not fun. But anyway, we will adjust in time, Sarah. And yes, Tales of the Weird and Strange is based on the weird and strange things Brian dated before finding the perfect cookie. That's not far from the truth, dear Lord. My single days were more of a cautionary tale for single guys. Grant Lankert's been sharing some of his single adventures when in Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page, and I'm like, I don't dare share mine. Let's put it this way. One date I had was the second worst date or the second worst day of my entire life. Number one was the night my mother died. Number three was a suicide attempt, which means I had more fun trying to kill myself than I did dating this one girl. Okay. Anyway, someone who has never driven me to anything but delight is Keisha Acuff. Good morning, beautiful people. Mwah. What? Nothing for me? Come on, darling. I love you. And she's going to be with me at the Indie Author Book Expo in Peoria this year. So please check us out and buy a lot of stuff from Keisha. And same, Sarah, same. Yeah, I think we all are, Mike Jimmy. She made a big impact on all of our lives. And Sarah, she is still in our hearts. Exactly. And that's why when people announce that someone has died, I always try to tell them, may the memories be golden. And I think that's, the thing. And especially, we don't get along perfectly with everyone. And we've made no secret of the fact that for a while, Meredith and I were on the outs with each other due to a misunderstanding arranged by a third party. And I am one of the great joys of my life is that before she passed on all too soon, we had rebuilt the bridges. We had made up with each other. So I'm grateful for that. And that's why I say all the memories be golden. I will remember all the good times we had, not that, very brief period when we didn't. And it was such a shock, Sarah. It seriously was. And Mike Jimmy Larson, well, good job, Brian. You said it. I did? Wow. Thank you, Mike Jimmy. I appreciate that. I did say it right. Yay. And Meredith lives on through us. Return of the Mad Gasser Cheerleader is dedicated to Meredith L. and Brian H. Thank you. And I'm thinking the Terrors may carry something similar to them both. And issue number 3 of Beowulf will also be dedicated to Meredith because I always thought she was an awesome lady. She really was. She really was. And she's left behind a legacy of great work. And she's got her Padawan in Nita Lanning, who is doing an exceptional job with the Raging Network. Heck, I had to let her have mine. But anyway, she is great. And she was good people. She still is in our hearts, Mike Jimmy. And Brian, when is your next book coming out? Asked the Historical Fencing Guild. If you're talking to me, I think I'm the only Brian here. At the moment, I'm the only Brian here, aren't I? My next book will be The Terrors. Once I finish with editing this thing, I'm going to resume editing it. I have 2 more I think I have 1 or 2 more chapters to put in my Patreon queue for my supporters at the $5 level, so you can read a Golden Age comics revival with a big twist. And then I'm hoping once I get that edited, the way things are going, I'm thinking I'll probably have it ready no earlier than June because I have the cover art. It'll be done by Jeffrey Hayes of Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. And you're so aggressive, Brian. You're so aggressive. And sometime after that, I'm hoping to. I think May is unrealistic because I also want to do a pre-launch on it. Which is basically like what you do with the Kickstarter, and you have a preview of your page and everything. You let everybody know you're doing it. I was going to crowdfund it, but one of the thank you gifts is turning into a project of its own, which is basically a primer on the world of the Terrors. And that and a couple other comic-related things I've got going. Later this year, I've got a green light from something, and let's say that Volcana is not the only sequel I may be writing. It may be in 2023. I am the master of vague booking, but anyway, hopefully around June, maybe July. But I'm looking forward to getting that out there. I really am. I'm so very proud of this book. And Donna and I watch every show on the network, maybe not live, but we get it done. Step it up, folks. That's right, Carl. I'm trying, sir. And how did the title Nerd Bacon come to be? Asks Sarah. And I am so grateful to Carl and Donna. We all are, Michaela. I am always grateful for those guys. And blows kisses to Michaela, says Carl Wisman. I don't blame you. That's one for everyone. And hopefully I'm not going to make anyone overdose on self-promotion. Do you know where you are, Grant Lankard? It's a cardinal rule. You are to promote until we are sick of you, and then you promote another half hour longer. And we'll love you for it. Anyway, Angie and I have a new episode of It's Like a Book Report but Fun, our new comic review show. Excellent. That's good news. That is wonderful. And Carl Witzman says, sadly, I missed the Hysterical Fencing Guild because I'm drinking. Or actually, he could be watching. He just doesn't remember. That's the thing. And Miguel, thank you, Carl. Mike Jimmy says, make your small goals clear and precise. It really helps future you. Good advice. Excellently stated. And Carl, I tried to make the green room after, but show anyway. And I tried to get into both of you guys, Evers, but bed anyway, because I'm getting up at 4 every day now. Or actually, tomorrow I get to sleep in. I'll sleep until 6, and then it's brew some coffee, pour it in the thermos, and then head over to Kokomo. So that's going to be my day tomorrow. Understood, my manatee man, says Carl Wisman. Sarah says, oh, okay, I do those scheduling things. I think I just need to go back to basics with skills. Actually, I'm seeing that I need to do that. And you're doing a very, very, very good job. And we have a new person here, I think, the Sport Hacker. Hello, I am the Law Judge Dredd. It's good to see you here. And good afternoon to you. Glad you're here. And John Smith, but who is John Gold? Good question. And Mike Jimmy says, the thing is, crowdfunding allows smaller creators to get out into the scene too, thanks to the big guys. People looking for one thing will often look beyond the book they came for. That is true. And the thing is, and I'd be interested, Mike Jimmy, if you have found this out too in your crowdfunding efforts. But when I ran my own, and I've helped Eric with some of his, I've helped a couple people with theirs as an editor, and I've noticed that the percentage, you see, there are people that maybe see something on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and say, "Hey, I want to seek that out." So they seek it out on Instagram, or not Instagram, but like Indiegogo or Kickstarter. But there's a number of people that go straight to Kickstarter and say, "I want to see what comics are available out there." They're not looking through previews. They're not checking anywhere else. They're saying, "I need to read something cool. What's out there?" And I think that's powerful. I think that is awesome. I've said for years now that I believe, this is even before Diamond started losing its footing in the last year and a half, but I firmly believe that Kickstarter is going to become one of the new means of distribution in the immediate future. And I think it's a great thing, because we're doing designer work. These are basically artisan creations, whether it's comics or 3D printing or a new invention or what have you, or a book that this stuff is being made fresh to order. And you're going directly to the people that want it the most and they want to become a part of your efforts. I think that's why I think crowdfunding is so wonderful. I was on a panel at the Imaginarium a couple of years ago. We were talking about crowdfunding, and there was one person in the audience, and he came down there just to be a troll. He's basically saying, "Well, you guys are just panhandling," and I'm like, "No. When somebody is panhandling, you give the money, but you don't get anything back but a warm glow. You get stuff for your money, and you are helping that creator. So." If that's not for you, then stay away from there. And if you think that's not fine for your writing, that's excellent. Well, what is it? There was a writer just in the last couple of days that got 11 million. Brandon Sanderson, I think it was, made $11 million in the snap of fingers. I don't snap very well, but anyway, he got like $11 million for his next 4 books. And look how much was it Keanu Reeves was tied to the Berserker project from Boom Studios, I believe, and his series of graphic novels. The comic company raised like over $1 million, and it's kind of funny because I see kind of another kind of gatekeeping, because when that happened, I saw a number of creators go, "Well, Keanu should just stay out of it, stay out of Kickstarter because it's ours." And it's like, Keanu probably drew more people to Kickstarter with his project, who probably went on and, like was said earlier, like Mike Jimmy says here, they probably went looking for something else like it. And if you had something that was in that vein or appealed to somebody, you probably got the benefit from that. So Keanu, come back. Keanu, do more projects. I think it benefits everyone, right? And in reply, Sarah says there's a law, just the law of the West. And news to me too, Sarah. And here we go. And Mike, he needs his waffles. Okay, fine. Good. Everybody should have baked goods. And Mike Jimmy, I'm going to drown these compliments one day, but please do keep stroking my ego. Yeah, you're like me. I tell people when they start praising me and say, "I'll give you half an hour to stop that sort of thing." I won't. I'll let you go on for an hour. But anyway, you've earned it, man. You do good work. You really do. And you're a good person. And this weekend, I will have Glenn B. Fleming on Talking Jack Kirby Comics and Life on From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher says. From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher this coming Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on the Rising Tide Network. But seriously, though, says Mike Jimmy, I never expected this kind of support for this fun little thing I started. And it's absolutely humbling. Yeah, isn't it, though? But you deserve it. And it's been 16 years, and I still pick up the phone to call mom and dad. It will hit when least expected. Yeah, I still know my mom's phone number and I haven't needed it for 31 years. So yeah, I get it. And Mike, Jimmy, Lawyer DeBruin from the Desk of the Small Press Publisher. I haven't forgotten about the contract. Just having lawyer look it over. Everything seems to be in order to move forward, though. Just give me about 2 weeks on his review. And I still haven't told my craziest dating story. Oh my God, you've had some good ones, though. I'm telling you, that's good stuff. And that took a dark turn. Wow. Yeah, sorry it turned dark, Carl. Sorry. No, that's all right, Sarah. That's fine. Not you talking about the dating thing. Yeah. Okay, misunderstood. No, it was me. It was me. I take full responsibility for it. But that shows you how bad it can be. Anyway, Mike Jimmy says from the Decimal Soul Exposure, no worries. Take your time. I want this to be a good business agreement, rather, and that means a contract should be made properly. Yeah, haven't we learned the benefit of a good contract recently, gentlemen? And drives me nuts when I misunderstand something. And it's okay. No problem. Breathe, says Carl Witzman. I know what you meant. Dating and marriage stories abound. Yeah. Well, let our mishaps be your warnings. Okay. It's not for everyone. All right. And thank you for the reminder, Carl. And it's okay, Sarah. We love you. And did you ever hear the story about the day after Dave Gibbons finished Watchmen? Asked Grant Lankard. He walked into his local comic shop, and the first question the cashier asked, so what's next? Yes. Oh my God, yes. And what is this thing called dating? That's a thing other people do, I guess. I haven't dated in 30. Well, I do date occasionally. It's the same woman, has been the same woman for 30 years. And if Dave Gibbons doesn't get a break, none of us do. That's right. No one gets a break, Grant Lankard. And I probably won't watch Drink in the Davies or Green Room tonight because Angie and I are going to see the new Batman. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we had a little talk about that last night on Comic Book Spectrum. This is kind of interesting. The AMC theater chain is going to charge you extra to go see Batman. And it could be anywhere depending on where you are and your economy. Like in St. Louis, Eric, I think, found that the prices in the St. Louis vicinity are going up by $5. Smaller communities like the one Clyde Hall lives in are going up by like $1. I haven't checked ours here in Lafayette, but I expect we'll go up probably $3 to $5 on that. So take some extra money. Anyway, oh, that's a wonderful date out together, Grant. That is. And nothing says you can't stop dating after you're married. And Luke Stone just dropped it as a possible, and I went, sounds great. Eat first though, because the bacon AMSR is inspirational. It is arousing, is what it is. It is, we talk about food porn on here. That is powerful AMSR or ASMR. I mean, I practically smell the bacon in the air when that thing goes off. Oh my God, my mouth is watering right now. Stop it. And Carl Wilson says, the new Batman, they'll be around forever. Just teasing. Have a good time, Grant. Yeah. I'm just going to wait for the Blu-ray. So I just don't go to theaters much anymore. Don't find it as fun as I used to. And Mike Jimmy says, oh yeah, I definitely found that, especially in the last year, that mindset with readers has made a huge difference. Definitely. We live in good times, Mike Jimmy, as and I want to see good people like you capitalize it. On Ryan Permisson too, he shared this episode. God bless you, young man. And good morning, Neverwheres. How are you? Let's be productive today. Already worked on it, my man. I've already got 10 pages of manuscript edited. I've got about 30 or 40 more to go, and I will probably get that done today. So I'm really excited by that. And join Ryan Permisson tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for Cosplay Cafe as they celebrate all things 80s. That's right. And he was soliciting photographs of cosplay, and I got to show off my Orko and the two hot babes wanting to get a little magic going. Anyway, from this is Small Press Publisher. Crowdfunding is only as good as the fan base you have or can cultivate. I'm not on the bandwagon for independent market to solely rely on it. It's a great tool to open a revenue stream. I agree. I mean, I would love, if I were crowdfunding regularly, I would want to build mine to the point where, of course, you spread the news about your publications and get it to the point where your publications then can take the place of crowdfunding, because that is such a job. It really is. That's why there's people like Lisa Malone who will manage one for you. And I'm seriously thinking about next time I do one, I'll just contact her and say, would you please take care of this for me? Because one, it's an emotional roller coaster, because sometimes people have to drop out for reasons. And some people are, like Eric Hawkins and I found that out during my one crowdfunding solo campaign. But Eric was my strong right arm, and I'm grateful forever for it. But no, it is almost a full-time job unto itself. And that's why I would almost want to pass it off, even if I have to increase my goal to cover my person's expenses. It's like, please. And that's why things like Backer Kit have risen in popularity because my understanding is they take care of fulfillment, and that's also a big thing too. Or I'll hire Eric Hawkins to do it. So anyway, yeah, it is. You've got to use your marketing skills to sell it because you're selling your product through there. But it's a good base for people that just don't have the money to print up a few thousand copies of a book. This way they can get it done. Hey, Ace Bonnie, how you doing? Why couldn't I get an appointment at the library for Friday? They were all booked up. Love it. Glad you're here. There we go. And Spore Hacker, I finally got the experience to stream on my monitor. Good. Hopefully we come in loud and clear. Emphasis on loud. But crowdfunding should not be your lone business plan. I would agree with that. And if I could get, like, say, sponsors, maybe buy advertising. Why not, right? And in case you missed it, check out the latest episode of And I Quote with fan artist, pro artist too, Clayton Merwin on Ryan Permison's show. He's awesome. And exactly about Keanu Reeves, says Sarah. I saw firsthand people complaining about him being on Kickstarter. It seriously got annoying after a bit. For me, it got annoying from the start. It's not like he was stealing your money. If somebody really wants your money, wants to buy your product, they will. And yes, there is a limited amount of funding that can be done. I can't fund everything I want. It's just like I can't go into a comic shop and buy everything I want. Got to live within my means. But yeah, it's just the idea that Keanu was coming on and ruining it for everyone else. Well, you know what? If nobody's subscribing to your Kickstarter or helping you fund it, maybe you need to rethink how you're doing your Kickstarter, because everything about that campaign was done right. Okay. And Ryan continues, it says, check out the interview with new author Megan Morrison on, and I quote, "It's a good thing." And bring Cookie home. Thank you, Ryan. And everyone who has conventions this weekend, have fun and sell tons of books. That is what I'm going for. And Pillow Pants' life is here. Thank you, Pillow Pants. Hashtag Pillow Pants and hashtag Dino Porn, the two main things to keep us going. And thank you. Sarah, yes, I was suicidal with a narcissistic ex-boyfriend. Did more harm in a year and a half than a violent ex-husband did in a decade. No bueno. Amen. That was the first time period I was ever suicidal. I admit that for a while, well, let's go to this part. We got to get this in a much better place in life now, so no worries. That's what we love to hear. And it is possible to emerge from the darkness. I found that myself. And like I said, I've told people I'm not hardwired for it anymore. There was a time when I would give it serious consideration, even when things were going well, but I got over it. So it took some time and some self-therapy, but I got over it. Now, Mike Jimmy Lordship Bruin says, agreed, Joe. The new people coming in from big creators are not a guaranteed success, but are potential new eyes on your projects. The crowdfunding game weeds out the stress-sensitive people fast. That is true. And with Life Encore, I'm not too worried, but with new series or on other people's IP, I tend to die from stress. I admit that I worry for my friends when I see them on there. It's like, they haven't made their nut yet. Oh my God, I hope they make it. It's like I was sweating, like Grant Lankert's Miss Horror book. I was sweating that a little because I was in it and I wanted to get that out there. And I want this guy to get all of his. Brian! Glenn Fleming, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. And by the way, I have not gotten my book yet. I told you our mail system sucks. I hope to get it today. I haven't received it yet. So anyway, Mike Jimmy Larson Bruin is probably the amount of control I have over it. There you go. And loud and clear. Glad to hear that, Spore Hacker. And from the Desk of Small Press Publisher, now BKM, you got me thinking about our short talk on crowdfunding. I still feel people create too much overhead for bells and whistles to be a part of your base product. Well, that's kind of like we've said. There are sometimes it's it's like when you go into a steak restaurant, you're not buying the steak so much as you are the sizzle. It's like I learned this way long time ago that like at the steak houses they bring out those plates, or like when you go to the Mexican places you get the chimichangas and stuff, and they come out in those heated plates. Well, you know what? Those plates do nothing to cook the food, all right, or to keep them hot even. What they're there to do is when the juices spill out, they create this beautiful vapor of meat. Unless you're a vegetarian, which it's murder, right? Delicious murder. But anyway, you smell that and you're thinking, man, I wish I'd ordered that. And you make sure you're gonna order it next time you go in. It's there are some campaigns that are a little top heavy with I think the swag. I saw one campaign that what was it? Oh, this had to be about 3 or 4 years ago. They had 80 levels of variant covers. And it's like 80 different variant covers. Oh my God, that's crazy. Now, there are some people that can manage this sort of thing, like a Kara Nicole. And she's giving her crowd what they want, is what it is. And if your crowd can support all those different variants and the metal covers and the scratch and sniff bookmarks and everything, then why not make them happy? But but in the end, you still have to produce a good product. And if your comic, I've been to some, I've backed some things where I've gotten some cool swag, or I might get extra issues from sympathetic publishers. But if the comic I ordered stunk, I'm not going back. I'll warn people about it. I've backed a couple of things that I've taken myself off their mailing list because they look good, smell good, had great swag, and then the minute I got it all, I couldn't read the comic. It was awful. So anyway, Donkey Show. Thank you, Sarah. My time in Tijuana and Illusions of Spiritual Truth. Now, is this the last name change, Jake? Glad to have you here. That was me on Twitch. Just wanted to make you laugh. Okay, I was wondering about that. And shame on you for remembering that stuff. Anyway, Rodessa Small Press Publisher. People are getting tiers for prints, stickers, and other promo items that doesn't already exist. You're cutting your profit margins for your base product. Possibly, unless you factored in all those things, which most crowdfunders do, I believe. And Glenn Fleming says, I suspect the winner part of Keanu's campaign is 2 words: Keanu and Reeves. Exactly right, Glenn. Well, it's like we had the discussion about William Shatner the other day, that his involvement in the Tech War books plotting was along the lines of, hey, write a book for me. Here's some money. Ryan Permesson says, who's the proud owner of the Shadow #1 slab, Ted Davies? Who's the champ? Who's the man? All right. I feel it. There we go. And it makes you think about how to market your product better, which you should always be doing anyway. But, that's the thing. I go to book shows and, granted, we don't have to worry as much about variant covers on that. But the thing is, you go to a book show and people spend like a lot of money on like pens and not just cheap ballpoint pens, but like really nice pens, or like treats and, little doodads, gotchas that you slip into your bag and forget where you got them. And I'm like, how about I just write a good book, So anyway, Joe D. McPhee is not ready for next Saturday when I appear on his show, says Ryan Permison. He's channeling his inner Brian K. Morris. Look out. And continues from a small press publisher, Brian Permison, you better bring your best shoot promo. Enough said. All right. And Mike Jimmy Larson de Bruin says, careful, Ryan Permison. He tends to be good at discussions before and after the show. Yes, he does. And that's a lot. Thank you, Spore Hacker. And Mike Jimmy Larson says, yeah, they had like 36 variants and then the comic flopped once it got into people's hands. Yeah. There was one from a company. I like some of the I like one of the creators a lot. But like the product I was receiving was crap. It just did not look polished enough. I like a more polished comic, I want it to look like I'm buying a DC or Marvel level quality book. So, and this wasn't it. Or actually, these weren't it, because I backed more than one because I like the people. And actually, they were so bad, I'm like, I don't care how much I like these people. I ain't doing it anymore. And it'll be fun being on the show next weekend, Joe. I know that much, says Ryan Permison. This man has a good crystal ball going. And yet, the last name change, I have 13 Twitch accounts. Oh, great. Oh my gosh. And Donna, how about some variant covers for Woodstock Dreams available on Lulu.com? Way to promote. Hashtag always promote. Check it out. Also check out the Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County from Carl Witzman on Lulu.com too. Mike Jimmy says I should start selling DI dip pens that I just use at on-cons. That should be a gold mine. Yeah, you can sell like the ink to go with them too. I'm thinking you got something here. And Radio Retro Future, good day to you, my friend. How are you today? Check out Radio Retro Future. It's a really sweet channel on YouTube. I'm really digging it. And Ryan Permisson says I was on Stupid O'Clock last night. It took many different turns, but it's always fun chatting with the crew. Yeah, I'm just sorry I can't stay up late these days. I'm just wrecked the next day. But anyway, somebody that always cheers me up and peps me up is Cindy Cap. Happy Friday to you too. Mwah, good to see you. Check out Bear Publications and get you some Animalized swag, and also get you that comic book. It is an awesome comic book. Grant Lankert says, I know sometimes I can be a little down on a lot of the Kickstarter projects, but I backed one yesterday I'm super excited about. Quick the Clockwork Knight. I like the title. That sounds cool. And Radio Retro Future will be on the Rivius Files live today at 8 p.m. with Colin. Okay, cool. Well, good. We'll have to try to, if you have a link or something, please put that in there. And Cindy Kemp says, stuff to read on the day of fries. Check out my work on Smashwords. Thank you. Grant Lankert says, I'm about halfway through Woodstock Dreams now, and it's fun. I got to pick that up. I did get the Seduction of Lily Monroe. That was a good book. That was a super good read. And Mike Jimmy says, Radio Retro Future and I will be at a fantasy market together next week. Going to be awesome. Well, cool. Gentlemen, hope you have a good time, and may it be profitable as well. And Cindy Cap says, getting ready for the weekend with me. Check me out. That's my Amazon sales page, or my artist page. And I found out I'm in at least 20 books. And there's some I can't list on there because I'm not listed officially as an author on there. And there's a couple I don't really want people to. I've done better since then. But no, I'm gratified to see I've got so many books out there. That's cool. And Ace Bonnie, left brain, write that down before you forget. Right brain, write what down? You're in my head again, Ace. That's all there is to it. And the Illusionist Spiritual Truth says, but to be serious, okay, something scary happened last night. I was in bed. I had to use the restroom, but I started dry coughing like crazy. It made me sweat with cold chills. Is that because I got up too fast? I don't know about that. It could be a multitude of things. Maybe you were excited to get up and pee. I would be. I have been several times per night. Anyway, Ryan Permisson says, go to CKOEPP.com for great books, and she's a great supporter of others. Love you, Cindy. We all do. Cindy is so awesome. And speaking of Cindy, there she is. Robots Get Stompy, thanks to Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Check him out on Amazon and link to the live stream. Thank you, Radio Retro Future. Glad to hear that. And thank you, Grant. Glad you're enjoying it. Yes, good stuff. And Cindy Kemp says, magical weekend in the works. Check out Night Reich, the new book by John B. Pica, available now on Amazon. And thanks, Grant. Glad you like it so far. And Dastardly Dingo's podcast is planning for Friday. That every day is Friday with those guys. It's a great time, great show. Check them out. Tuesday night was a crossover with the Comic Book Spectrum people, and we had fun. And are you to the shower scene yet? Asked Carl Witzman. Anyway, and it's Cindy, says Jody McPhee. Did you know that Animal Line number 2 will soon be out physically? Check out her website, CKOEPP.com, for more information, or hit up bearpublications.com. See, that's how you have to write it when you're on YouTube, but it can be done. And that's where you also can get some Animalized swag, and it makes all your drinks taste better, I'm sure. And Nerd Culture has your weekend plans. Check it out on YouTube. And The Illusion of the Spiritual Truth, like I feel fine now, but I was shaking like crazy all last night from it. If this continues, Jake, definitely go see your physician. All right, that is the thing. And Spore Hacker says, I am officially helping Mike Jimmy out on March 26th and 27th at Dutch Comic Con. It's going to be my first Comic Con. I have no idea what to expect, but I will do my best to help him out. Well, Spore Hacker, I can tell you, I have done dozens of shows, and I'm doing Kokomo Con tomorrow from starting at 10 o'clock. Admission is $5. We're going to be at the Baymont by Wyndham at 1709 East Lincoln Road, Kokomo, Indiana. And I don't know what to expect. So But I hope you have a good time, Spore Hacker, and I'm glad you're helping Jimmy out. And from That's the Small Press Publishers to Cindy Kip, check that out. It's Civbolt. Radio Retro Future goes while I'm at it. My first novel, The Wrench in the Machine, audiobooks is on his channel. Check that out. It's going to be a good time, and check out his YouTube channel, too. It is a fun place to be. And please remember that BKM is not a doctor. He only plays one with Cookie. That's right. No hands. Anyway, Cindy Kip says, when weekends seem neurotic, you need to get a hold of Amy Hale and read that great book, Neurosis. She is an incredible author. And Weekend Warriors, Michaela Jade. She's got a trio of those Warriors book, working on a fourth in the trilogy. Wow. Anyway, check out that and check out CKOEPB.com. And ask people to post their first lines of their book short stories on my Mind's profile. The quality for some of the sentences makes me sad. Okay, we're just going to reach down here. Okay, here's one. This one I know I'm going to. Okay, here's my first one. In Sadistine, my biggest selling book. It is a good one. We like it. Christmas was a time of joy somewhere else. There we go. Certainly not in 19th century Geneva. So, yeah. God, it's good. Anyway, available on Amazon. And Cindy Kip says Omaha QuadCon Comic and Toy Show March 5th and 6th, and she will be there all weekend. If I were at Kokomo, I'd be popping in over there, I suspect. Anyway, good luck, Cindy. Hope you have a great time and sell all this stuff. And Illusions of Spiritual Truth says, like, this has happened before, but only when I get overheated. Like, I only coughed once, and then it all happened for some reason. I don't know. That is a medical thing, and while I am probably the best rocket surgeon you'll find on the interwebs, I'm not qualified to give you a comment on that. Anyway, Radio Retro Future. Yeah, it's like people forget that first line is supposed to draw you into the book. So I can imagine you've had some pretty sad ones. I'll have to check that out. And the Historical Fencing Guild has your Friday night plans sorted at 8 p.m. tonight on the Historical Fencing Guild channel on YouTube. And Comic Related Madness is not just for weekends anymore. You've just seen CromCon last weekend. We'll check out the rest of what Pops Van Zandt has the rest of the month, because it's always good. It is good stuff. And we are caught up with your comments. So let's run a couple of ads here. And since she has been such a delight, let's learn more about what Cindy Kip has to offer as far as her writing.
Author Cindy Kip is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kip at CKOEPP.com today.
Check out that book, Animal Eye. Also, the comic book from bearpublications.com. Good stuff. And while we're at it, let's see who else is here. Oh, we got to say hello to this guy here. He's got a great show, and he's also on Comic Book Spectrum.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought, with it being such a unique thing, that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, a separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up. And he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, you know, it was fantastic. And there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk. And then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run, say, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, you know. They would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, "Look, Jackie got a job drawing." He says, "They're paying him part, they're paying him money for drawing." He says, "Suppose I go with Jackie." He says, and he says, "They'll pay me money." He says, "I'll draw and they'll pay me money." He said, "I'll give the money to you," which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, "Would you like to come down and draw these guys in training?" I swear, this is not a story. And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to come down." And,
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Please check out the links and all the great products you see on this channel. That a lot of people have got a lot of good things going on right now. So please support them. And also when they have live shows, go out and see them. Meet some of the awesome people in the Nevermorian crowd. Like I'll be at Kokomo Con tomorrow at the Baymont by Wyndham at 1709 East Lincoln Road in Kokomo, Indiana. Please come see us starting at 7 a.m. rather. 7 a.m. by 7. If I'm still there at 7 p.m., call the cops. Something's wrong. But anyway, admission's $5. Please come see us. And Hybrids have more fun for the weekend. That's from Luke Stone Studios. Definitely check that out. Not bad. I agree, Spore Hacker. And Bear Publications is all the fun reading weekends and weekdays. And also, Zombies and Oz are not for the week. They're for the weekend. Check them out today and read all 3 issues of the Zombieful World of Oz on Comixology. Great stuff. And Stormgate Press makes weekends adventurous. They do Pulp Reality 1, 2, and 3 and all kinds of really cool projects, including brand new book, The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland, The Skyhook Remnant by me, only 99 cents, available now for your Kindle right now. And The Nebulizer for when you have to fight allergies on the weekend. Definitely. And Hypersanity Books. Andrew Casey brings book reviews from Australia. So if you want to see what your book is like down in the land down under, check out that channel on YouTube. Illusions of Spiritual Truth says, I just looked it up on the internet, said it's because I got out of bed too quickly, said it was an acid reflux from getting up too fast. Could be. It's one of those things that, Jake, honestly, it is best to see your physician about it rather than trust people on the interwebs like me. Anyway, gotta go get some stuff done. Thanks, guys. Love all of you. Have a wonderful day. You too. Take care of yourself, Grant Lankard, and check out what he does. All right. And Roll Cruise Art has Animal Eye Art, and Callie, his own series. Check that out at artstation.com/Roll Cruise. And excuse me a second here. All right, that's better. You don't need to hear me sneeze. Anyway, Victoria Adams has help for the hurting, not just a weekend job, but self-care constantly, and some great writing from Victoria Adams. Please check out her books and enjoy your movie, Grant. Yes, have a good time. We want a review on Monday morning, Grant, and enjoy Batman, Grant. And Trolls Are Heroes too, all week long, says SL Rowland. Check out that person's books. An anthology that puts a twist on the old yarns. That's yeolddragonbooks.com. And much love to you too, Pillow Pants. Glad to hear that. And Brian isn't a doctor, nor does he play one on TV. And it's probably a good thing, Eric Hawkins. Also looking for new guests for my podcast on Radio Retro Future, but too lazy to work. Well, tell people how to contact you. Or reach out to some of the people on here, because some of us are relentless prostitutes for our work, so it's all right. And bless you. Thank you, Ace Bonnie. I need that. And Batman Review, he doesn't sparkle. And thank God for that. Good. It's going to be a good movie. He doesn't sparkle. So anyway, we are caught up once again. So anyway. And Rick Bradley's dismissing the class here. He says, everyone take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, thank you for being here, brother. Hope you have a great weekend. And Cindy Kemp says, and so much for my break, and I still had more links. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you. Bring Cookie home. Sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. Right there at www.risingtide.pub. And also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris for more weekend terrors. Then go to patreon.com and definitely check out Freelance Words by CKOEPP. And also Star 976 for Vintage Cartooniness. Catch up with you all later. Cindy, have a great weekend. Safe travels to your convention. And have a good time and sell all the books. And from this Small Press Publisher, Amazonia #7 is coming out very soon. Amazonia is also available on Comixology. Please check that out. And good golly, I mean, bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cindy. I love you. And Carl Wilson, you too, Rick. And glad thank Brian. Wasn't Victoria Adams a 90s British girl band? By God, you're right. She was. She was Baby Spice. And great show. Much success, everyone. Getting ready for Midland Mall Comic-Con this weekend. Ted, good luck to you, brother. Have a great show and tell us how well you did on Monday morning, will you please? Yes, she was. Now that you mention it, but this is an even cooler one that has never known the embrace of David Beckham. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yes. Oh, Posh Spice. That's right. Yeah, Baby Spice was. Oh God, I'm blanking on her name. Melanie? No, anyway, she was a little cute blonde there. But anyway, it's been too long. I can't keep my spices separated anymore. But anyway, is that what you want from me, Glenn? Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you really, really want. Anyway, the blonde. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And Ted Davies artistry. Hopefully, corporate Ted doesn't scare too many people. Ted is terrifying. Just watch how Christine tonight. Check him out at 7 p.m. on Drink of the Davies and see how terrified Christine is of him. Just putting it out there. Anyway, Glenn Fleming mocks me with his laughter, as well he should. And blonde or blonde? Sport hacker. Blonde or blonde? Yes. Indeed. And what did the snowman eat for breakfast? Ice Krispies. Nice one, Jake. Nice one. But I think we will wrap this up because I've got a bunch of editing to do. I've got to make some more coffee. See what this was full when I started. Never. You know what I did for that 2 minutes. Anyway. Hope y'all have a great weekend. In all seriousness, please come see me in Kokomo, Indiana. We're going to have a great time, and it'll be even greater if you show up. And check out the stuff that people have has mentioned on here, because they're putting a lot of great work out, and they deserve your support. So please, please back these these projects, back the Kickstarters, the Indiegogos, order directly from them. Check them out on Amazon. My books are available on Amazon. Please check them out. And you can find all that out at risingtide.pub, where you can also sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Next one is April Fool's, and that's no joke. We're going to have some good stuff in there. And iced coffee or hot coffee? Well, S'more Hacker, it started out as hot coffee. It's more like tepid now, but I'll drink it. Because this is that river roast stuff that Ted sent me. Anyway, love you to the abyss and back always. You too, Sarah. I love you, darling. And we will talk later. Hope you have a great day, sweetie. And from the desk of Small Press Publisher, enjoy the weekend. What the show on tomorrow. That's right. And I will hopefully be home. Don't know if I'll be awake for your show, but I will sure try. I'll watch it on the rerun, my man. Anyway, please check out Joe D. McPhee. It's a great show from the desk of a Small Press Publisher. Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Great stuff. And as always, mentioning the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, check out our other shows. Like I said, tonight, Drinking the Davies at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 with Nick Tockert. Then Saturday night will be from the desk of the Small Press Publisher with the great Joe D. McPhee at 10, followed by Stupid O'Clock at 11 with Joe Dog McKeel. It's going to be a couple hours of great nerdy scientific conversation. Not all nerdy, not all scientific, but always great. Followed by Dan Holofield's Last Man Standing at 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. And then Comics, Chaos, and Sass at 10 p.m. with the lovely and delightful Heather Ellen. She is great, and you can promote your stuff on there. And she is a delight. We love her. And we'll be back on Monday morning. But definitely check out our schedule. We have a page. The Rising Tide Broadcast Network has a page on Facebook. Please go there and give it a like if you would, and download that imagery there. And also, thank you to our Patreon subscribers who are always amazing. They are always fantastic, always supportive. And thank you all sincerely for keeping the show on the air and helping us with our publications. And in return for just $1 a month, I'm going to give you 2 blogs a week that no one else is going to see but my Patreon people. Find out what we're saying about you. And also for $5 a month, you get to read some of my works in progress. And we're nearing the end of my first draft flash novel called The Terrors that will be released hopefully sometime this summer from Rising Tide Publications. But if you want to see your name on this card, then definitely go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and find out what the heck we are offering you. A couple more comments here. Laters, Brian. Hope you get that package. Ooh. Well, Glenn, I'm always glad to get your package in my hands. So, and I'm expecting it's going to be, pretty. You showed me the other day what you had. I know it's going to be pretty stiff when it gets here. So anyway, thank you, Glenn, so much. We'll let you know when it shows up, I promise. And Sarah goes, I'll sanitize the hell out of my job for SilCon. I'll probably pick up extra shifts if I can when the times approach. Yikes. Well, the thing is, I might be persuaded to go down to your, hang out at your 20 rather than the place I stayed at last time. I did it. I had a great stay there, but we may have to talk, right? Anyway, hope you all have a fantastic weekend, no matter what you have planned. Hopefully it's something creative, something you can share with the world. If nothing else, make it for yourself and your loved ones, right? And make this world a better place through art. I honestly believe creativity is what will save this world. And remember, I always subscribe to the theory that art should comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. So, get your Inner Upton Sinclair on and do something really cool this weekend. If nothing else, chill out and have some fun. And hopefully come back Monday morning. We will have another episode of Never Mind the Furthermore. Tell your friends about this show. Please like, share, and subscribe, the whole 9 yards. And as always, we also want to thank our usual sponsor, I almost said Retrograde Radio. Anyway, go there. It is a good channel. I really like it. But no, it's Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book, despite my ongoing senility, when the look of your book matters to you. go to plasmafiregraphics.com and find out their Jeffrey Hayes very independent, creator friendly rates for graphics, whether it's a book cover or stuff for social media or even a beautiful book trailer. He's your man. He can do it all, and you can afford him. Trust me. It's Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. A couple more comments and we're taking off. And that's what FDR said to Oppenheimer. Get creative. That's right. There you go. And later's all Donna, Carly. Hopefully see you for a little bit tonight in the green room. Hope you have a great day, sweetheart. And Glenn and everybody here, hope you all have a great Friday, even better Saturday and Sunday. And we'll give you a wrap up on Kokomo Con on Monday. But anyway, folks, we hope that you have a super day. And please, again, go to risingtide.pub for all things me. You have links to my books there, as well as this broadcast and others. And you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter if you would, please. I would appreciate it. Anyway, folks, thank you all for being here. Oh, a couple more comments. Let's see what we got. And ciao for now, and lunch to you too, Sarah. Have a great one. Later on, Glenn, have a fantastic weekend, brother. Thank you for being here. And with that, we are going to take our leave. And thank you for being here. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate you all. Have a fantastic FriYAY. And remember to stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you Monday morning on a brand new live Never Mind the Furthermore. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Never Mind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Never Mind the Furthermore.
Hi, my name is Erin Casey, this is Nova, and I want to talk to you about the Purple Door District. It's an urban fantasy series about parahumans living in Chicago, werebirds, werewolves, vampires, and witches. You can find them all in the district. But I'll let my book trailer tell you more about the 3 books. I'm coming to you today with this Kickstarter to ask for funds to help print the 3rd book, as well as to order more books of the Purple Door District and Wolfpen. With COVID, printing prices have gone up, and it also takes a community to build these books. The author, the proofreaders, the copy editors, the sensitivity readers, and artists. There's so many people that go into creating this, and I want to support them just as they've supported me. Without these funds, I can't bring this book to you. I can't bring a well-edited book and one with an amazing cover. So if you could donate just a little bit, that would be amazing. And if you can't donate, please share this around to your community. It helps more than you know. Thank you so much, and welcome to the district.
Now on Sunday mornings, longtime independent comics creator Randy Zimmerman brings to you a podcast that talks about the lighter and more whimsical side of comics, the fun side of comics. That's right. Sunday Funnies is back Sunday morning, 9 a.m. on the Raging 2 YouTube channel and on certain Facebook pages. Check it out, won't you? It's special guests, great talk, and a lot of fun as we work to put the fun back in funny books. See you there.
Secrets trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.